So I'm sitting here thinking and just thinking about how crazy life is and how, to a certain extent, life won't fully tell you if what you're doing is right or wrong. It would just let you do it. And you kind of have to learn by the results you get over a period of time. But even that can be tricky because just because something is taking long doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. And just because something is happening fast and overnight doesn't mean you're doing it right. For an example, bamboo trees, like bamboo trees, I believe, don't quote me, but the first 5 years they're growing underground. And if you didn't know about the process of a bamboo tree, you would think that the bamboo tree wasn't growing, it wasn't sprouting. But after the fifth year, it grows like 10 feet plus above the surface. So if you would have basically stopped that process and dug that tree up before it was time, you wouldn't have got the result. But life ain't gonna tell you, hey, no, wait, don't touch the tree. Oh, let it grow. Same example. If you have a newborn baby and the baby sees a fire and he decides to touch it, he or she, life ain't gonna tell the baby the fire is hot. It doesn't judge. It doesn't have any favorites in that instance. You know what I mean? Life is just gonna let you do what you want to do. It gives you all the spiritual laws of the universe and all the, I guess you could say, resources you need to get you from point A to point B, but it's not going to tell you how to use the resources and when you should use the resources. And I got to that conclusion because just like manifestation, how we're all manifesting whether we realize it or not, some of us just probably know deliberately how to manifest things. Others of us are just having thoughts all day that's going running rapid and then wondering how we're getting the reality that we are getting, but we're choosing it. We're choosing it by how we're thinking, and then that is also causing how we're feeling, and then that also causes the actions that we take on a regular basis to then get us our manifestation, what we want. But the same thing in life, just how a lot of us don't know if we're manifesting or not. A lot of us don't know that the decisions we make every day, if it's leading us to pleasure or pain. And that's one thing, no matter what decision we make on a regular basis, any decision we make, we're either inflicting pain in the upfront to get pleasure in the long run, or we're getting and gaining pleasure upfront to then cause more suffering in the long run. And I'll break it down for you. Let's just say women. You chasing women now because you in your 20s, you young, you're vigorous, you got high testosterone, you know what I mean? You chasing women and you're chasing pleasure. And as a man, obviously, we are attracted to women. But at the same time, not realizing that you chasing pleasure up front, which is all those women, what is that prohibiting you from doing in that moment that's going to excel your life in the future? If you're chasing women right now in the present moment and you're doing that all the time because you're just young, that's stopping you from getting your business off the ground. That's stopping you from working on your body. That's stopping you from saving money. Because we all know when you're chasing women and you're dealing with women, that's going to come with an expense, whether you think so or not. But you're just putting stuff on the back burner that you're going to have to work 2 times harder to build up later on in the future, which you're then suffering. Because in the future, who's to say you don't have kids or more responsibilities or bills due to where you can't go all in on your dreams like you can with the freedom that you have when you're younger. Same thing with your body. You can choose to go out and party every weekend, drink, get high, whatever the case may be, not take care of your body up front. But you're choosing pain in the long run, whether that's because your body starts aching in the long run, whether that's because like you're gonna have to work twice as harder to lose the fat that you gained when you was younger, drinking all that alcohol, eating all the processed and fatty foods, whatever the case may be. So you have to understand whether you think so or not, whether you're aware of not, because that's all life really is at the end of the day is awareness. That's why we all can coexist and see the same things, but we see it from different point of views because our awareness is different. Some people live in America and doesn't think racism doesn't exist. They don't even think that racism started like America started racism from the jump because they're not exposed to that. They're not aware of it. So you can't really fault them. But life doesn't care if you're aware of it or not. The same things still have to go on. The same laws and practices are still being applied to everybody every day, whether you know it or not. So you can choose, which is the route that I'm going on, that I think most people should go on. Choose pain up front, especially if you're a man. Choose pain up front. Because the pain up front, that you suffering up front, is going to lead to a lifetime full of pleasure. If you work in your business right now and you don't go out and you don't see friends, as hard as it might be right now in the moment, they'll understand later. You'll have more friends to make up for lost time in the future. Don't chase those girls right now. You'll have more girls in the future. There's also a quote that a lot of men know. If you chase women, you're losing time, you're losing energy, and you're losing money, because all that is what a woman needs also. A woman needs time, a woman needs your energy, and a woman needs money. But if you're chasing your goals, you're not losing time, energy, or money because they're going into your goals. But in the same breath, you're going to gain women with that, because women are going to see that you're a man of purpose, you're a man of character, that you've built something from scratch, and they want to be a part of your life and your success. So, as contrary as popular belief as it might sound, pain is the way to go, because whether you realize it or not, you're going to go through the pain. So you might as well choose to go through it up front. If you choose pleasure right now, you're going to suffer in the end, because when you're not as strong and robust and vigorous as you are right now, when you got kids, when you got more responsibilities, when you got bills due, you can't go all in on your dreams like you can right now. You can't go all in on your body like you can right now. So, do you want to make life harder for your future self or life easier for your future self? Another way to put it, do you want to delay gratification or choose instant gratification? Most of the world is choosing instant gratification. Most of the world is choosing pleasure first. And you see how most of the world live. We have one physical life on this earth. And 90% of the world won't get to experience the luxury of life. Not saying you need to be happy, but it's here for us to experience. We're here to create an experience. We're not here to get attached to anything. Nothing is bad. We give everything meaning. Nothing is bad or good. We give everything meaning. So if you want to live a life of luxury, you can do it. There's nothing wrong with doing it, but understand it takes work. You're going to have to delay gratification. You're going to have to choose pain now so the pleasure can come and meet you on later on. And all the pain you're going through now, especially as men, the pain is nothing but armor. The pain is nothing but tools that you use to tackle anything that comes into your path as you move along in your journey. Your first level of pain, you doing your business up front, you're not seeing the money you get, but when the money starts coming in, that's like you putting on a bulletproof vest. So then when you go to another business meeting in the future, you know how to handle that better because you've been through the ringer already with your first business. And that's how life is. You can choose pain up front or you can choose pleasure up front. And you choosing pain up front might seem like the wrong decision at first. The world is going to try to convince you that what you're doing is wrong. You're going the wrong path. That come on, have a little fun, chillax. No, because the fun is not going anywhere, and the fun actually gets better after you go through the pain. So just understand that no matter what decision you make on a regular basis, you're either choosing pain up front or pleasure up front, and the choice is yours. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Like I said, the universe not going to tell you what to do. God not going to tell you what to do. The universe treats you like how God, the universe treats all of us the same. It gives us the manual, the tools of life, and it's up to us to utilize it in the right moments, if at all. It's not going to say, "Oh, what you doing? No, pick that up. How you drop that?" Nope. That's your decision. That's your awareness. That's your consciousness to do that, to make that effort and that choice, because that's how God, the universe, knows if you want what you say you want, how bad you want to sacrifice for it. So just understand that life is an exchange of pain and pleasure. If you want new things in your life, if you want new experiences, new people, new women, new money, whatever the case may be, you're going to have to trade something in. You're going to have to trade pleasure in up front to go through that pain of building yourself up to get more money, get more women, get more experiences. So just understand the choice is yours. Nobody's telling you to do nobody's telling you to do, make a decision that you don't want to do, whatever the case may be. But we all got choices every day, and we all going to utilize pain and pleasure throughout our life, whether you realize it or not. So you might as well purposely choose pain so you can have a lifetime full of pleasure in the future.